I thought I'd take a few minutes with Josh just to kind of talk about the layout of the store and how they've configured things. Can we go through a quick walkthrough through the store?
Sure, let's take a walk.
Okay, so let's start with, okay, we've just walked in the door. What are we looking at here? You've got all kinds of stuff, but kind of what's the thought process you've gone to set up the store?
When you first come through the door, we have, basically it's just an end cap as a stopper. So I give you some space to walk in. You see the space, you stop. There are familiar games on here, Skip-Bo, Uno, Pit, Dutch Blitz, stuff like that. So you walk in, you automatically see something familiar. It gets your attention. It might be something that you came in to pick up quick anyway, but if not, you can relate to some of these items. You know what this place is about. You know what we have.
Okay, and then what? So now they've got a decision point, right? Left or right, and you're telling me
right.
Right.
The majority of people go to the right. Not everyone, but
left.
The majority of people go this way to the right.
Okay, so you've set the store now up to cater to this flow to the right.
Absolutely.
So let's just take a look at what you've got over here.
Easy for them to find what they're looking for.
Okay, so they flow to the right. Somebody's been to the store, and this is what they first encounter here.
These first two bookcases, they have kind of morphed and changed. I've moved what was here back 2 cases, and we put some stuff that was up for sale. So things for Christmas, a lot of people are coming in looking for deals. They want a good game. They want a special deal on it. We put stuff up here that we want to make room for new inventory for the upcoming year. So I put sale stuff here because that's what people were looking for in November and December.
Okay, and so then they move through here. They don't familiarity. They're kind of seeing maybe some stuff, but I see now we got Monopoly down here.
Yep, you move forward a little bit more, and then Monopoly. Everybody knows Monopoly. It's been around for decades. Like it, love it, indifferent to it. This is something that everybody that walks in, they can see, they can identify with it. They know what it is. They know what we sell. They know we have games.
And we're talking about Monopoly. We've got Star Trek Next Generation Monopoly, Lord of the Rings Monopoly, Clemson Monopoly, because we're here in Greenville, where Clemson is just down the road. How much of Clemsonopoly do you sell?
Clemsonopoly, and we also have Carolinopoly. The college ones we sell primarily Thanksgiving, Christmas, during football season. We sell a good amount of them. So you can get, there's probably 2 or 3 dozen schools that you can get through that company.
Okay, and then I see you've kind of organized the sections here. It looks like a mystery section.
Yeah. Also, during the holidays, a lot of people come in. They're looking for things to do with their family. They have relatives visiting. Kids are back from college. A lot of people like mystery puzzles, like mystery games. It's a chance for everyone to sit around and you play the game, but you can also relax and talk to each other during the course of the game. So we have some of that stuff here.
So then we move into, it looks like now, okay, so we're going through this progression. Now we've encountered family game. What do we got here?
More family, party games. Again, a lot of stuff for people during the holidays they pick up. Now you have New Year's Eve coming. A lot of people come in, they pick up stuff for New Year's Eve. A lot of people coming over. You want big group games, easy to play, easy to teach. You can come and go as you please, and it's not about I'm the best backseat drawing player in the house, but everybody that plays should be having fun.
So now, once they've come through this go to the right, now what's the idea? Where do you guide them for the rest of the way?
From here we have a cut through to a center aisle. In the center aisle, as you turn, you're going to see more stuff that you're familiar with. So as you walk through the store, you've passed puzzles along your left side down that same aisle. But as you turn, you run into chess, checkers. We have Mahjong, Michigan Rummy, traditional type games that people are still familiar with.
And so at this point, if somebody's coming in and they're not really familiar with the store, they now have seen stuff that they're familiar with. And I notice now that they have to now make another decision on which direction they're going to go.
As they come through, you hit another wall again with some stuff that you might be looking for, some things you're familiar with. So it's like, oh, well, I can go over here and look at this section, or that's not quite what I'm looking for, and I know that. So they're going to turn back into the store and go into our hobby market game section.
So now if we look at the hobby markets, I'm interested how you've kind of structured this. So as we come around here and we take a look, let's take a look at the cards and what you've set up here.
Okay. A lot of the stuff here, I've set up this in feature to have. These tend to be, on our case, they're smaller, less than $25, less than $30. It's something you can pick up. It's an easy purchase for the day. It's not a big commitment like a $60 or an $80 game. Hey, yeah, I heard about this. Oh, it's only $10. I'm going to go ahead and grab that today. So it's here. It's easy for them to grab. It's easy for them to see. You put it right out in front where the customers can find it.
And so, for example, we've got a game here, Timeline. Okay.
Game's awesome.
Game's awesome, accordingly. And I've understood that you've sold a lot of this game to, like, your Pinnacle Group folks. Not Pinnacle Group, but your casual gamers that are coming in, these groups that you got coming in.
Timeline, it fit the market for us for Christmas as a game that anybody can get for themselves or anybody they know. I can show you this game, and you are going to know somebody that would enjoy this game. It's $15, so it's not much. It's an easy purchase, but it also covers so many bases. It's easy to play. It's easy to teach. It's easy to show. Anybody can play it.
Okay, and so then I see you've got a lot of other games. So now we'll move into the hardcore section of and let's go. So from here, I'm guessing RPGs to the right, cards to the left.
Well, here we have, these tend to be things like Munchkin, games like Bang, some of the cooperative games like Flashpoint and Forbidden Island. These are games that more traditionally the hobby gamers have seen, but they're gaining more and more exposure, especially things like Munchkin, in places, in big box retail. So you're going to find these games at other retailers. So again, it's still something that the casual customer can identify with, but it's something that our core market is coming in and buying.
I'm getting the sense that you're like protecting your customer from some type of unpleasant experience.
Well, it's not necessarily unpleasant. You want them to be as comfortable as possible when they come in. So by showing them things that they know, and then you put things they know next to things they might not know, they can relate those things together.
All right, so
I've seen Munchkin, but maybe I don't know what Bang is. But because it's in this area, it's probably the same type of thing that I'm looking for, so I can be exposed to that now.
So let's talk about being exposed now to the hardcore. Let's go on the other side here, and we'll go around here to the left, because this is where you get into your hardcore. And I have to say, even from a light, airy, open, and this is just dark and tighter and closed. So what's going on here with the thought process?
Here, this aisle is a destination aisle. People that come here know that they're coming here. If you're coming to buy Magic, you know that you're coming to buy Magic.
They're not looking for Monopoly.
They're probably not looking for Monopoly or Clue or any of those games. So they're coming to buy Magic. If you're coming to buy Dungeons and Dragons books or miniatures or paint or some of the deeper, more involved games, you know that you're coming here to get that. So 90% of those customers come in, get what they want, and purchase it. Or look at it, ask questions, and either get it next time or they go ahead and buy it this time.
So what you've done is you've laid out the store here in a way that's accessible to new people to come in, but at the same time kind of accessible to those who they don't have to go to the back of the store.
Right. Okay.
So let's just take a look here at your hardcore gaming as we come down the aisle, because you've kind of organized it. I see cards, I see the hero clicks and the figure stuff.
Yeah, the first few cases are collectible things, Magic, Cardfight Vanguard, Yu-Gi-Oh! You move a little bit further down, you have miniatures type stuff like Hero Clicks, Star Wars X-Wing. As you keep moving down the aisle, each section kind of leads into the next.
And so this is one of the few places where I'm seeing a single publisher being almost exclusive.
Yeah, what we've done here is with Fantasy Flight's Media Center, which is an excellent tool. It tells me a lot of information when a new game comes out. It helps people come up and they can touch the screen and choose the things they want to look at. But what I've done with this is I've put all of these games around it, because if I watch the video for it, I want it to be here in front of me. I don't want to have to go 2 aisles back across the store to find it. By the time they do that, it's gone. Now they're thinking, well, maybe I'm not going to buy this. I'll get it next time. But if it's here in front of them, they can pick up the box, they can hold it while they're watching the video for it.
And then the last thing is, and then we see the traditional, some Days of Wonder.
We move into, these are fantasy, dungeon crawly, small world fantasy setting, Tomb, things like this. These are a little bit deeper games, but they blend from a game into the role-playing section. So it kind of ties that theme together. You have fantasy games, but you have fantasy role-playing right next to it. So these customers could play this, and these customers might say, oh, that's a cool game. I'm familiar with that concept because I've been an elf or whatever, and I can play a game where now we're elves and goblins and orcs.
So also, as we're looking behind you here, we've got, you've kind of darts, right?
We've carried darts since we were in the mall. There's a really big active dart league. There's a couple of them actually in Greenville, and we carry darts and dart supplies and all the things that we need. And we've outreached to the dart league over the last 10 or 15 years, and we offer them a discount if they buy their dart supplies from us. So it keeps them coming back to us. We get more business that way. They save. They like coming here. But we carry a wide range of darts from beginner sets to as advanced and much money as you want to spend on them.
Okay, and then one of the things that the reasons you moved here as a store was for the table gaming. So as we take a look here, some people are playing some games back here. So what was the thought here?
Well, we knew that when we moved out of the mall that we needed some place to play. We didn't want it to be expansive and hold 200 people because that becomes play space with a little bit of retail. We still wanted to focus on being a retailer because we need to stay in business, obviously. So we put in a few tables in the back. In the beginning, as people began to learn about us, they would come, they would play, and it was plenty of space then. But now we are full. Monday nights were full. Tuesday nights were full. Today we had that great group that came in and played with us. Friday nights were jam-packed. We're using the tables at the restaurant next door to run our Friday Night Magic events. Saturdays, there's people running games in here all day. So it's become a huge asset to give back to our players because we've had more people connect with each other in the store than, oh, well, do you want to come over to my house and play a game? That's not always on somebody's motive to do if they want to play a game. Yeah, I want to play this game, but I don't want to go to your house. They can come here as a neutral location, meet up at the store, play here.
We've been talking with Josh Githens, the co-owner of Boardwalk here in Greenville, South Carolina, who just gave us basically a tour and the thought process behind how the store has been set up. Josh, thanks for taking a few minutes.
Thank you, Richard. I appreciate it.
Okay, hope you enjoyed this.